Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Annalisa J. I post new videos every Sunday. Today I am gonna do a video that I'm super excited about. One, because it's a passion of mine, but mostly because many of you requested it. Especially I am answering all of the questions that I constantly get on my DMs, on my YouTube comments, and it is how to make the perfect cup of Italian espresso at home in the Moka machine. Get ready, sit down, we're gonna have coffee together. When thinking about espresso, which is what we make at home every day in Italy, the first four words that would come to mind that make me feel all cozy would be ritual, aroma, memories, and home. So I am gonna tell you all of the secrets on how to make the perfect cup of coffee. And I feel so many people overthink it, but it's really simple, and with a little bit of patience and practice, you too can master a perfect cup of espresso at home. While I do enjoy going and getting espresso or cappuccinos outside, unless I know the place, it's always a gamble for me. I am super picky when it comes to my cup of espresso, and many times if I go to new places, I am a little bit disappointed. There are very few places, even around here, where I truly love the espresso. Espresso should be able to be savored just like that, with nothing on it, not even sugar, and it should have an intense coffee taste, but at the same time, it shouldn't be bitter or acidic. It should have a very smooth finish, leaving all the delicious notes of the actual coffee bean. So let's get into the important things that you need to do to create the perfect cup of coffee. The most important ingredients for your at-home espresso is, no, not the coffee. It's something that many people don't think about unless you're Italian, because we do believe that this makes everything taste better. It's water. You want to use good filtered water at room temperature. There is no need to preheat the water, as the gases can actually create a problem with the valve in the machine. It just needs to be room temperature and filtered. You can use bottled water, but please do not use the water from the faucet because it has a lot of sediments and minerals, and it will over time create issues with your machine. So choose a good water. Next, it's obviously the main ingredient, the star of the show, your coffee. Many people have the misconception that you can use any coffee in the Moka machine and it will work. It will work, but it's gonna taste like crap. Sorry, my French. The coffee grind and quality is so important for this brewing method. First of all, you want to choose a coffee that is at least 50 to 60% Arabica bean, which is delicious and rich and strong and smooth. It's probably the best coffee there is. And the other 30 to 40%, you want it to be a robust type of coffee. Don't fret, because many coffees that you buy already made already have this mix in it. And some of my favorites are Illy, Lavazza, Qualità Rossa, Kimbo. There are so many. I'm gonna leave everything I'm discussing down in the description box with links. So you don't have to worry about mixing your coffees, although my favorite is to mix two of them. One is Qualità Rossa from Lavazza, mixed with Lavazza Crema e Gusto. I feel the combination of these two gives the perfect blend of delicious richness and smoothness in my morning cup of coffee. There are three different types of roast when discussing coffee beans. One is light, which the flavor will result in something that it's a little bit more bland and not so strong. However, the caffeine content can be quite strong. The second one is a medium roast, which I think is what most people use in their brewing machines. And the last one is a dark roast, which has a very intense flavor and, believe it or not, a little bit less caffeine. The more you roast it, the lighter in the caffeine content it gets. For me, I love medium to dark roast. Light roast really doesn't do it because I am somebody that truly enjoys the taste of my cup of coffee. This is very important, and this is where many of you ask me all of the questions. What type of grind? How fine does it have to be? How coarse does it have to be? Rule of thumbs, if you're buying a coffee on the market like Lavazza Crema e Gusto or Qualità Rossa, they are already grinded that work perfectly in the espresso machine or in the Moka. However, if you buy a whole bean and grind it yourself, if you select the espresso grind, it's probably too fine to the point that it might not full on clog your machine, but it doesn't allow all the water to come out. And if you choose just a regular grind, it might be too coarse where the water goes through before extracting all of the delicious flavors and aromas and oils. So you want a grind that is good for a Moka machine. This is why I stick to Il Classico Espresso, Lavazza Crema e Gusto, Lavazza Qualità Rossa. Those are all the ones that we used at home in Italy, and I grew up with them, so I know it's tried and true. They are very affordable, and check out the links below. Another cardinal rule for the Moka machine, I always use Bialetti. Bialetti sponsor me because I've used you all my life. Anyway, it's that the more you use it, the more coffees you make, the better your coffee will taste. And you never, ever, ever wash your Moka machine with soap. You always give it a good rinse with water, and it will last you a lifetime. Occasionally, you might have to replace a gasket, and you can find the replacement parts, but don't worry if the gasket gets dark, because obviously the coffee is going to stain it. The older, the better, as long as it still does the job. So the more you use it, the more it gets seasoned, the more the coffee is going to taste just fantastic. So now that we have all of the ingredients and all of the things that we need to do and not to do, how do you actually make the perfect cup of espresso at home? This is how. You are going to need your Moka machine, which is made of 3 parts. The bottom part is your water reservoir, and you will see that it has a little valve on the side. This is similar to a pressure cooker valve, so it will regulate the amount of pressure that builds inside, and if it's too much, it will make a whistle releasing some of that pressure. Rule of thumbs, you want to fill it up with filtered water to right below or right in the middle of that pressure valve. After that, you will put in the coffee plunger, and once it's in, you're gonna fill it up with coffee. You do not pack down your coffee. You leave it nice and loose. You can put it leveled or slightly heaping, but do not press it down. Once that's done, you are gonna put the top part on and screw it in really, really tight. Now we are ready to put it on the burner, and there are a couple of rules here as well. When you put your Moka on the burner, you want to make sure that your flame is low to low medium. And this is because if it is too high, the water will boil too soon and go through the coffee grinds too fast, so your coffee will have a very weak taste. By maintaining a low flame, it will give it time to boil the water, create the steam, and allow for all of that to go through the coffee beans, extracting all the aroma and the oils that will end up in your perfect cup of coffee. Also, while it's preparing, keep the lid closed. It will allow all of the gases that are making the aroma to stay in your coffee and create a delicious flavor. You will know when your coffee is done because you're gonna hear this gurgling noise that is caused by the water reservoir to almost be empty. You're gonna look at it and you will see that it's literally spurting out the last few bits of liquid. At this point, turn it off, let it sit for a moment, and there is one more step that we're gonna do. Take a teaspoon and mix your coffee from bottom to top while it's inside the Moka. a lot of the concentrate that comes out first, it's at the bottom. So you want to give it a swirl before serving it. Now, you can serve your coffee in many different ways. In the morning in Italy, we make caffè latte, which is milk with coffee and sugar. You can make a cappuccino, which would be a third coffee, a third milk, and a third foam. Or you can drink it simply just like that in a little cup, like an espresso. You can put a little splash of milk, you can put a teaspoon of sugar, or you can just savor it as is. Because it is afternoon, I am gonna choose to savor mine just like that with a little bit of sugar, and it's a little pick-me-up throughout the day. Now, keep in mind, my machine makes 6 cups of espresso. The quantity is a lot smaller than what most Americans would think as of a cup of coffee. So it's a very short, concentrated shot. And usually you drink it while it's warm. It's not something that you sip. For an espresso, it's 2 sips and you're done. Hence the word espresso. The best way to get better at this is to keep trying, and you will too develop your ritual and your memories. For us in Italy, especially my family, and I'm pretty sure many families in Italy, coffee is such an important part of our lives. We invite a friend over for a quick espresso, we share secrets, we share problems, we share good news, we make decisions, business decisions, we meet new friendships over espresso. I mean, it's just something so magic to me. I am excited about this because I feel I'm teaching you guys how to make a really good, authentic Italian coffee. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you took something away from it, and I hope you enjoy your coffee. Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, especially share, because I feel many people have so many misconceptions about the Moka machine, the Bialetti. So if anything, they can learn how to properly use it and make the best out of it. I will see you next week with a brand new video. I hope this answered all of the questions that you had. As usual, you can leave more in the comments below, and also follow me on Instagram at Dear Annalisa J. And there you have it. We made the perfect cup of Italian espresso. I hope yours turned out just as good. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'm gonna enjoy this right now. It's delicious. I will see you next week with a brand new video. Have a beautiful week, everybody. Mwah. Bye. If you have leftover espresso, do not throw it away. Once it's cooled off, you can freeze it in little espresso ice cube, and you can make a perfect iced coffee just by adding a little bit of milk anytime you want. You can even sweeten it before freezing it, so it's ready to your liking.